Behind me is the brand new Mercedes-Benz G-Class, which was launched with a fiery ramp, none other than Arnold Schwarzenegger himself, purely, presumably, to distract from the fact that it looks identical to the old one. I actually like the fact that it looks very much like the old car, and underneath it, it's a blend of, well, old and new together, so trying to keep the character of the old car and the capability of it, whilst also bringing it up to date and making it more comfortable to drive on the road. Underneath it's still a ladder chassis, but the body on top is now using more aluminium, so overall it weighs 170 kilos less. The suspension, well, it's still a live rear axle at the back, but now at the front you've got fully independent suspension, which should make it more habitable on the road. You still, mind you, got those 3 fully locking differentials, so it should be equally capable off-road. You've still got the ramp angles and all that sort of thing, so it should be capable going up and down slopes, as it proved this evening. From a driving perspective though, perhaps the biggest change is that they've finally got rid of the recirculating ball steering, which it's had since 1979, and in its place is now a rack and pinion system, which should hopefully give it something approaching, can you call it precision? Well, I hope so. At least it might not be quite so vague. You might have some control of where it's going. As we walk around here, actually, I'll just point out a couple of things. So these indicators, which are obviously part of the iconic design, which looks, well, there are curvier Lego brick houses out there. But anyway, these, for pedestrian safety, were a nightmare in terms of crash testing. So these actually now collapse under enough pressure in a crash, which is good. Come around here. They could have obviously made the hinges flush and hidden away, but they kept those out too. And one of the handful of parts that they've actually carried over is the door handle. So you still get that G-Class feel when you open it. Wading depth is up to 700 millimeters as well, which is about 30 inches. This is the G500, so it's the non-AMG version of that 4-litre hot V V8. Should be rather nice, I think. Anyway, let's have a look inside. So this is the first time I've actually sat in this car, and it is a big change. I mean, we've got these lovely vents down here, which look very splendid, and obviously the huge double screen across here. It's worth pointing out that actually this is an optional extra, and as standard you'll get analog dials here with another screen here. One other point I like, the grab handle, which has always been there. Apparently that was another thing that they really wanted to keep. It was a pain, because to get that to work with an airbag is very difficult, but they've tried hard to keep the whole ethos and the feel of the G-Class in this new G-Class, and I think they've done rather well. So there we are, that is the new G-Wagon. Everything changes and everything stays the same.